on almost every video. Uh, Actually, I have someone messaging me or commenting asking about how the Ranger's holding up. So I want to do this quick follow-up, kind of to how it's been working out for me over the last, it's going to be 2 years and about 3 weeks. So overall, it's been holding up well. I would purchase this truck again. If I had more room, I would go for a full size. I'd probably go for F-150. But with my current setup and how often I'm in the city, I can't really go with a full size truck right now. So I'll go through some positive things. This is gonna be a comprehensive thing. I've had a ton of videos when the Ranger first came out. I had one of the very first Rangers of the new generation. I think I was like one of the first handful in the state of Washington. I didn't even see another one for like 6 months. So yeah, I have about 30 something thousand miles on it right now. I was driving a lot more, but with me working at home now, it's not getting that many miles put on it. So good things. Towing is great. We haven't had any problems with towing. It has a ton of power. We've gone to Montana, gone through mountain passes. We've done over 1,000 miles of towing with this truck, and it's been great. If you check out I think it's a couple videos back, I'll put a link in the description where I covered kind of our little trip with the travel trailer in towing. Going on with that, power is great. It's very responsive. I've never wanted more power. I felt like I needed more power with this truck. The handling is great. It drives well. It doesn't roll a lot. Overall, I don't know. It's a truck, but it's been great. It's been reliable. I haven't had any issues besides I had a bad battery, but I wouldn't really hold that against the truck. And right now the truck has a problem with its modem, but that's also not doesn't prevent me from driving the truck or using it. I can't use the remote features right now, like remote start from my phone. I can still do it from the key, but that's not a big deal, and that's going to be replaced under warranty in a couple weeks. So yeah, I did have some issues with missing parts. If you go back a while, I'll put another link to that too. I have a lot of videos on that as well. So now going to the negatives. I put towing here again. So while towing itself is great, the situation with brake controllers is horrible. There's only one option right now that will, I guess it's considered kind of like factory OEM. It's very expensive. It's about $450 compared to normally a good brake controller is like $200 to $250. And in order to get the factory one installed, and that's the only one that works with you can Google this, just Google Ranger brake controller issues, because there's tons of people talking about this. But the one that works, that's actually covered with the warranty and that actually works with the emergency braking and stuff like that, has to be wired into the cab brake light. So that's the one above the rear window. So in order to install it, you have to pull the headliner out. You have to run a wire up there. It's several hours, and when I called around, the quotes were between $800 and $1,200 in just labor for installing this brake controller. I was able to get it cheaper than that, but that was mostly just because there was the dealer made some mistakes when quoting me for that. So it's fine if you're gonna do it yourself, but if you want a factory supported brake controller, you're looking at another $1,500 on top of the towing package that comes with the truck. So thousands of dollars on top of the truck just if you want to tow correctly. You can use remote or wireless. There's wireless brake controllers that are cheaper, but you're gonna lose the automatic brakes and emergency braking and a couple other things. I'm probably not the best person to cover this, but if you just Google that, you'll see a ton of people talking about it. Again, the ergonomics are not great. The armrests are kind of far apart, so it's not the most comfortable for long distances. It does fine. We've gone 1,000+ mile road trips pretty regularly, and I'm doing fine, but it could be better. Aftermarket support, this kind of goes along with the towing thing. It's not great compared to things like the Tundra or even what's the Jeep, the Gladiator or F-150. Of course, it's a new platform, so that makes sense, but that's something to keep in mind. Aftermarket parts are not going to be the same as with those other models. And then finally, the gas mileage. It's not anywhere near the what they quote. I think with mine, the XLT, the 4-wheel drive, it's 20, 24, 20 city, 24 highway. It's not getting that. It's like 18, 22. And this is not just me. This is I've talked to a ton of people. I've done calculations based on the computer in the car, based on GPS, based on like a ton of different methods. I'm losing it right now, but I've done videos on this as well. Nobody is getting the advertised gas mileage unless you're driving like your hypermiling. And it's just not realistic. I've never had a car that I've owned that has gotten less. I'm always well over the manufacturers like MPG, advertised MPG. So it's not my driving habits. And there's a few people say they do get the advertised gas mileage, but honestly, I'm not. I would say that's the exception. That's not the rule. So do not expect to get 20, 24. I would say whatever they're advertising for whatever model of the Ranger you're looking at, take 2 off of that. So if it's, I think the 2-wheel drive one gets like 22, 26. I'm not really sure, but just take 2 off that. So 20, 24 is probably more realistic. And the 4-wheel drive, 18, 22 is probably what the real gas mileage is for that. But yeah, overall, like I said, I don't regret it. I would probably buy this truck again if I was in the current situation I am now. If I move somewhere else or there's something that happens where somehow my driveway becomes bigger, then I would probably move up to a full-size truck. But that's not the case now. We'll see in a couple years. And yeah, overall, it's a great truck. But I'll go into the video now about the tonneau cover I just bought. And yeah. Finally got a tonneau cover. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me see, I have the model here on my phone. It's a Gator ETX trifold truck bed tonneau cover. It was $230 on Amazon. Made in America, or at least assembled in America. Supposed to take 15 minutes to install. We'll see if that's true. I really should have bought one of these when I bought the truck, but I was pretty stubborn and I thought I could just use boxes like this. So usually when we travel, we just throw our stuff in this, and then when we park, we put it inside the truck. But that's kind of a pain in the ass, especially with the dog in the back seat, having to move that in and out every single time. And they're not completely waterproof. So yeah, this is gonna be a nice addition. I just had a hard time like putting down $2,000 on a nice tonneau cover, but they've come down in price so much for the Ranger, at least, that I can't avoid it anymore. So today I'm just gonna do the install and like a quick first impressions. I'll do more follow-ups, so subscribe. Yeah, make sure to subscribe and I'll have more updates in future videos. I'm going on a long distance trip to Salt Lake City in a couple weeks, so this will get some cross-country use and maybe be exposed to snow too. So all right, so I'll film the unboxing of this and then we'll take it out and install it. Hopefully this is coming out right. I've never used this camera. Well, I have used it, but just I haven't used it as much as my other setups. Also, excuse the basement. It's a work in progress. From what I understand, this is mostly pre-assembled, so it should be relatively easy to do. Okay. Instructions. This is a tri-fold, so there's 3 separate folding parts that close onto the truck. It's kind of self-explanatory. This looks like the weather sealing, if I had to guess. There was my knife. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the weather sealing. Okay. I'm actually not sure if I want to use that. I might have to. I don't know what these are. Oops. Throwing away things that I need, or I might need. I have no idea what this is. Okay. I watched the installation video on YouTube, but this doesn't look like the one I seen. The one I seen didn't have any of these pads or anything, so maybe I watched the wrong one, or the one I watched differed slightly for the Ranger, because I didn't see one specifically for the Ranger. Alright, that's unboxed. I think that's everything. I'll read the instructions and then we'll meet outside to do the actual installation on the truck. It's pretty cold right now, so I had to go get my jacket. But all right. I prepped the bed, I cleaned it up. So let's see. I almost did it wrong. Almost applied it on the side, not the top. All right. There's more weather sealing in this than I expected. It even comes with this little like putty you can jam in the holes at the front of the bed. Yeah, it seems kind of unnecessary since I don't plan on putting anything back here that's not somewhat water resistant, but do it anyways. Sorry for the weird angle. That's the only position I can find in my yard that was high enough to get the bed, clearly. So just had to do. Okay, let me go get the cover and we'll finish this. have it backwards. All right, they say to fold it up and then clamp it down, but I don't really want to shift it, so I'm just gonna crawl under it. Going back under. I guess that's it. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I don't think it took 15 minutes, but it wasn't more than 20 or 30. I mean, so far it looks fine. I have no complaints right now. Definitely seems worth 230 bucks. Yeah, we'll follow up and see. Subscribe and check out the next videos, and I'll have some updates on how this is working out for us. So, thanks.